All the wait is nearly over ahead of one of the most anticipated fight cards in recent memory. Headlined by Dmitry Bivol's rematch with Artur Beterbiev, there's also plenty of interest on a stacked undercard as Joshua Buatsi goes head-to-head with Callum Smith and Martin Bacoli. A late replacement for Daniel Dubois fights Joseph Parker. We can head back to Riyadh and rejoin Andy Scott.
Well, finally, fight day is here, and it's been a whirlwind week here in Riyadh. Johnny Nelson joins me now. We'll touch on the rest of the card, but it has to be said, the Martin Bacoli have bags will travel story has really caught the headlines, hasn't it? We know he made his way into Riyadh in the early hours. Realistically, what are you expecting from him tonight?
Realistically, I expect him to give a good run for his money for the first 4 or 5 rounds, and then I was just sat with Matt Macklin. I said, can you imagine being, as a fighter, some kid comes in to say, I've not trained, I'm not ready. You cannot lose to him. So the pressure is actually on Joseph Parker, because if Bacoli gets any success at all, it's shame on you, because this guy's not been in the gym, he's not sparred, and he says that. And so I think the pressure is on Joseph Parker, but I think Martin has taken this, blown off a guaranteed bigger fight down the line. In his head's thinking, I've got your number, I've always got your number, and I'm going to show you tonight.
The beauty of this is the heavyweight division is unpredictable in its very nature. But just imagine, Martin Bacoli's been in the country less than 24 hours. He and Billy Nelson believe that they can shock the world, but you could get this sort of 4, 5, 6 round firefight where they throw everything but the kitchen sink, and you really don't want to miss that. Briefly on the main event, Beterbiev, Bivol 2. Do you think it will be repeat or revenge, and who can make the necessary adjustments? Beterbiev obviously got over the line first time in relatively controversial circumstances.
I say this is revenge. I thought Beterbiev won the first fight, deservedly so. I think the improvements would come with Bivol. He knows he didn't leave it all in the ring. He had more pace about him, more variety about him. Now they know each other. Now they know what each other's capable of doing. I don't think Beterbiev can improve on what he did, but I do think Bivol can improve on pace, precision, positioning. He knows what he's got to work on. I love this fight. If you're a boxing purist, you'll know you're just going to be hypnotised, enthralled by what you see.
There's so much on this card. We started the week by saying it is the greatest fight card in history. OK, we've had a couple of chops and changes. I think you can still say it's one of the best, but I think the intrigue factor now, can Bacoli come in at just 48 hours and shock the world? Not to mention Britain could have a new middleweight world champion in Hamza Shiraz if he can beat Carlos Adames. And the telecast, it's very American, isn't it? The broadcast starts with Joshua Buatsi, Callum Smith at approximately 4:45, but we're on air from 4. So come and join us over on Sky Sports Box Office.
Yeah, don't miss a packed night then off boxing. Just to reiterate, it's Dmitry Bivol against Artur Beterbiev in an undisputed world light heavyweight title rematch. And with Daniel Dubois sidelined through illness, in steps danger man Martin Bacoli to take up the challenge of former champion Joseph Parker. There's also a mouth-watering British showdown between Joshua Buatsi and Callum Smith, plus plenty more on a packed bill. Live coverage from Riyadh gets underway from 4 p.m. on Sky Sports Box Office.